Lesson 1. Relaxing retreats.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about planning a weekend getaway to relax.
That sounds wonderful. Do you have a specific place in mind?
I'm considering a cozy cabin by the lake. I really want to unwind in nature.
A cabin sounds perfect. Have you thought about what amenities you'd like?
Definitely, I was thinking it would be nice to have a bathtub for some soothing baths.
That's a great idea. It's so relaxing to soak in a warm bath after a long day.
Exactly. I'll need to check if I can request a bathtub when booking the cabin.
Absolutely. You can usually request specific amenities when you book.
I hope they accommodate special requests. It would make the stay so much better.
Most places are happy to help with that. Just make sure to mention it when you book.
Good point. I'll also ask about nearby hiking trails. I want to enjoy the outdoors.
Hiking sounds like a fantastic way to explore the area. Are you planning to go alone?
I might invite a couple of friends to join. It's always fun to share experiences.
Definitely. Plus, it's great to have company while hiking and relaxing at the cabin.
Exactly. We can cook together and enjoy lovely evenings by the fire.
That sounds like a dream. Cooking together adds to the experience. What will you make?
I'm thinking simple meals, maybe pasta and some grilled vegetables.
Yum! You could even make s'mores for dessert by the fire.
Oh, absolutely. S'mores are a must-have for any cabin trip.
That's so true. And don't forget to bring some good books to read.
Great idea. I love curling up with a book in a cozy atmosphere.
It's the perfect way to unwind. Do you have a book in mind?
I've been wanting to read a mystery novel, something thrilling to keep me engaged.
Lesson 2. Building routines.
Hey Anna, I saw your social media post about your fitness journey. Wow, that's impressive.
Thanks, John. I've been working hard to stay active and maintain a healthy lifestyle.
It shows. I really need to get back into a routine myself. I've been a bit lazy lately.
I understand that feeling. Starting a routine can be challenging, but it's so rewarding.
It shows. I really need to get back into a routine myself. I've been a bit lazy lately.
I try to mix cardio and strength training during the week. It keeps things interesting.
That sounds balanced. I usually focus on cardio, but I know I should incorporate strength training too.
Strength training is great for building muscle and boosting metabolism. It's definitely worth it.
I've been meaning to try some home workouts. Do you have any favorite exercises?
I love squats and push-ups. They're simple but very effective for full-body workouts.
Those are good choices. I should start with a few sets each day to build my strength.
That's a great plan. You can gradually increase the intensity as you get stronger.
Yes, I also want to include some stretching to improve my flexibility.
Stretching is essential. It helps prevent injuries and keeps your muscles healthy.
I'll make a note of that. What about your diet? Do you follow any specific guidelines?
I try to eat a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
That sounds smart. I often forget to eat enough fruits and veggies during busy days.
Meal prepping can help with that. If you prepare your meals in advance, it's easier to eat healthily.
Meal prepping is a great idea. I'll have to dedicate some time on the weekends for that.
Definitely. It saves time during the week and keeps you on track with your goals.
How do you stay motivated to stick to your routine?
I set small, achievable goals and celebrate my progress. It keeps me motivated.
That's a smart approach. Maybe I should set some goals for my fitness journey too.
Lesson 3. Travel Dreams.
Hey Anna, I just came across some incredible travel destinations online.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Which places did you find?
I saw stunning pictures of the northern lights in Iceland. They look magical.
I've always wanted to see the northern lights. How long should I plan to stay to catch them?
Ideally, you should stay for at least a week. It gives you more chances to see them.
That makes sense. What else can you do in Iceland besides seeing the lights?
There's so much. You can explore geysers, waterfalls, and even relax in natural hot springs.
That sounds like a dream. I've heard the Blue Lagoon is a must-visit.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful geothermal spa with stunning blue water. Perfect for relaxation.
I can imagine. How about the food? Is it worth trying local dishes?
Definitely, Icelandic cuisine includes fresh seafood and lamb. They also have a unique dish called tutor.
Carl, what is that?
It's fermented shark. It has a strong flavor, but many say it's an acquired taste.
I might need to be brave to try that. What about other destinations?
I also found amazing photos of Kyoto, Japan. The cherry blossoms there are breathtaking.
Kyoto is beautiful. I'd love to see the temples and gardens when the cherry blossoms bloom.
Yes, spring is the best time to visit for that vibrant pink scenery.
How long do you think I should spend in Kyoto?
A few days would be ideal to explore the city and its cultural sites.
That sounds manageable. I'd also love to experience traditional tea ceremonies there.
Tea ceremonies are a lovely way to immerse yourself in Japanese culture.
I've seen stunning pictures of the gardens during those ceremonies. It looks so peaceful.
It really is. Nature plays a big role in Japanese aesthetics.
Lesson 4. Tech Talk.
Hey Anna, I've been reading about some new electronic devices that sound helpful.
Really? Which devices caught your attention?
I found a smart planner that syncs with your calendar and reminds you of important tasks.
That sounds amazing. I often forget deadlines, so a reminder would be beneficial.
Exactly. It can also help you set goals and track your progress throughout the week.
I could definitely use that. I'm always trying to stay organized but often fall behind.
Same here. I often feel overwhelmed with my schedule. Having a digital planner could really help.
Have you thought about creating a digital workspace for all your projects?
I have. I'm considering using project management software to keep everything organized.
That's a great idea. It allows you to break down tasks and collaborate with others too.
Yes, I love the idea of being able to share updates and communicate easily with team members.
Communication is key. I also heard about digital note-taking apps that can sync across devices.
Those are really useful. You can jot down ideas anywhere and access them later.
I love that. It's perfect for brainstorming sessions when inspiration strikes.
Have you ever tried using a tablet for note-taking? It can be quite convenient.
I haven't, but I've seen people use styluses to write just like on paper.
Yes, it feels so natural and can help you stay focused during meetings or lectures.
I might give it a try. Do you know any good apps for organizing notes?
I've heard great things about Notion and Evernote. They both have versatile features.
I'll check them out. Having everything in one place would save me so much time.
Definitely. Plus, you can categorize notes by subjects or projects, which is super helpful.
That sounds perfect. I'm excited to declutter my digital space and be more productive.
Me too. I think creating a structured environment can really boost our efficiency.
Lesson 5. Flavorful Discoveries.
Hey Anna, I just tried this new noodle dish, and it was incredible.
Really? What made it so special?
The noodles were savory, and the spices created an explosion of flavors in my mouth.
That sounds delicious. What type of spices did they use?
I wish I found it at a local restaurant that specializes in Asian cuisine.
I love ginger in cooking. It adds such a fresh taste. Did you make it yourself?
Yes, they offer a variety of dumplings, rice dishes, and even dessert options.
I need to check that place out. Do they have other interesting dishes?
They have both. The steamed ones are filled with pork, while the fried ones are crispy and golden.
Dumplings sound tempting. Are they steamed or fried?
They have a coconut pudding that is light and refreshing, perfect after a savory meal.
I can almost taste them. What about the dessert? Any recommendations?
Exactly. The combination of flavors and textures makes it a perfect finish.
That sounds delightful. I love coconut desserts. They're usually so creamy and sweet.
Definitely, I want to try more dishes, especially their spicy noodle soup next time.
I'm getting hungry just hearing about it. Do you plan to go back soon?
Me too. It's perfect for chilly days. Do you have a favorite noodle dish?
Spicy noodle soup sounds like a great choice. I love a good, warming soup.
Pad Thai is delicious. I love how it balances sweet, sour, and savory flavors.
I'm a big fan of pad thai. The combination of peanuts, lime, and fresh vegetables is amazing.
I have. It was a bit tricky, but the result was worth it. I'll definitely make it again.
Exactly. And the crunch from the peanuts adds a nice texture. Have you tried making it?
Hey Anna, I've been reading about travel regulations, especially regarding liquids in luggage.
Lesson 6. Travel Tips.
Yes, Each container should be no more than 100 milliliters if you're flying.
That's a smart move. What have you found out about the amount of liquids we can bring?
Exactly. It's important to follow those rules to avoid delays at security checks.
That makes sense. And all the containers need to fit in a single quart-sized bag, right?
I have. Once, I forgot about a large bottle of shampoo, and they had to throw it away.
Have you ever had to deal with that at the airport?
Good idea. It's better to be safe than sorry. Do you have any travel essentials you always pack?
Oh no! That sounds frustrating. I always double-check my bag now.
That's a great tip. I usually forget to pack mine and end up worrying about my phone battery.
Definitely. I always bring a portable charger. It's a lifesaver during long flights.
I can imagine. It's nice to block out the noise and enjoy some music or a good movie.
Another must-have for me is noise-canceling headphones. They make a huge difference on planes.
Yes, I always pack some nuts and granola bars. They're healthy and keep me full.
Exactly. What about snacks? Do you bring any when you travel?
Right, having snacks on hand saves both money and time. What snacks do you usually bring?
That's smart. Airport food can be expensive and not always the best.
That sounds delicious. I should try that next time. Do you have any tips for staying comfortable during a flight?
I love bringing dried fruits and dark chocolate. They're perfect for a sweet treat.
Great advice. I also bring a neck pillow for extra comfort. It helps me sleep better.
Layers are key. I always wear a light sweater because planes can get chilly.
Totally. And don't forget to stay hydrated. Drinking water is essential during long flights.
I need to get one of those. Sleeping on planes can be tricky without proper support.
Hey Anna, I've been getting back into my workout routine lately. That's great.
Lesson 7. Fitness benefits.
Well, I feel more energetic throughout the day, which is a huge improvement.
That's fantastic, John. What are some physical benefits you've experienced so far?
Definitely, I can lift heavier weights now and run longer distances without feeling exhausted.
Energy is so important. Have you noticed any changes in your strength or endurance?
It really is. I also feel my muscles are more toned, which boosts my confidence.
That's impressive. It's amazing how quickly our bodies can adapt to regular exercise.
I've been mixing strength training with cardio, like running and cycling. It keeps things interesting.
Toned muscles can make a big difference in how we feel about ourselves. What type of workouts have you been doing?
Exactly. I also enjoy group classes. They motivate me to push myself harder.
Mixing workouts is a smart approach. It helps prevent boredom and works different muscle groups.
For sure. Plus, the instructors often provide helpful tips on form and technique.
Group classes can be so uplifting. It's great to share the experience with others.
Fortunately, no serious injuries, but I've had some soreness from overdoing it.
That's a great benefit. Good form is essential to avoid injuries. Have you had any injuries before?
Yes, I make sure to stretch after workouts and take rest days when needed.
Soreness is common, especially when starting a new routine. Are you doing anything to help with recovery?
I also try to stay hydrated and eat a balanced diet to support my workouts.
Stretching is key. It helps improve flexibility and reduces the risk of injury.
I focus on lean proteins, whole grains, and lots of fruits and vegetables.
That's smart. Nutrition plays a huge role in how we feel and perform. What do you usually eat?
I mostly cook at home. It's fun to experiment with new recipes and flavors.
Sounds like a healthy diet. Do you cook your meals, or do you prefer takeout?
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about my morning routine lately. It's been a bit chaotic.
Lesson 8. Morning Routines.
I rush to get out of bed and often skip breakfast. That's not the best way to start the day.
I can relate. A good morning routine can set a positive tone for the day. What do you usually do?
Yes, I've thought about it. If I could get up before 9 a.m. each day, that would be helpful.
Skipping breakfast can definitely leave you feeling sluggish. Have you considered waking up earlier?
I agree. I'd love to fit in some exercise in the morning. Do you have a morning workout routine?
Absolutely. Waking up earlier gives you more time to prepare and relax before starting your day.
That sounds great. I've heard yoga can also help with flexibility and stress relief.
I do. I usually go for a quick jog or do some yoga. It energizes me for the rest of the day.
I should give that a try. What other activities do you include in your morning routine?
It really does. Even just 15 minutes of stretching can make a big difference in how I feel.
Meditation sounds like a wonderful practice. I've wanted to try it but never seemed to find the time.
I also spend a few minutes meditating. It helps me clear my mind and focus on my goals.
That's doable. I'll try to incorporate it into my mornings. What about breakfast?
It's easier than you think. You can start with just 5 minutes a day.
That sounds delicious and healthy. I often grab coffee and forget to eat.
I usually have oatmeal with fruits or a smoothie. It's filling and nutritious.
Overnight oats. How do you make those?
Coffee is great, but it's important to balance it with a good meal. Maybe try overnight oats.
That sounds easy. I could prepare it the night before and grab it in the morning.
It's simple. Just mix oats with milk or yogurt, add fruits or nuts, and let it sit in the fridge overnight.
Hey Anna, I was reading about different customs around the world, and it's fascinating.
Lesson 9. Etiquette and Customs.
I learned that taking off your hat as a sign of respect may originally have come from removing a helmet.
It really is. Some traditions have interesting origins. What did you find out?
Exactly. It's like showing you're not a threat. Have you noticed any unusual customs in your travels?
That's a cool connection. It makes sense that it symbolizes openness and humility.
Bowing is a respectful gesture. I've heard it's common in Japan. What other customs do you know?
Yes, in some cultures, it's polite to greet people with a bow instead of a handshake.
That's interesting. It creates a friendly atmosphere. In contrast, some places prefer more personal space.
In Italy, it's customary to greet everyone in the room, even if you don't know them.
Absolutely. I remember feeling a bit lost when I traveled to a new country without understanding the etiquette.
True. In some cultures, standing too close can be uncomfortable. It's important to know the local norms.
Yes, it shows respect for the local culture. Speaking of customs, what do you think about tipping?
It can be challenging. Reading about customs before visiting is always a good idea.
Right, in the US, tipping is common, but in Japan, it's not necessary because service is already included.
Tipping varies so much. In some countries, it's expected, while in others, it's seen as rude.
Yes, I once accidentally used my left hand to pass something in a Middle Eastern country, and I felt embarrassed.
I always find it interesting how customs evolve over time. Have you ever been in a situation where you didn't know what to do?
For sure, I think being aware of customs can enhance our travel experiences and help us connect with locals.
That's understandable. In some cultures, the left hand is considered unclean. It's good to learn these things.
Oh, table manners can be very different. In some places, it's polite to finish everything on your plate, while in others, it's not.
Absolutely. It opens the door to more meaningful interactions. What about table manners? Any tips?
That's a great point. Knowing these nuances can help avoid misunderstandings.
I've noticed that too. In France, for example, leaving a bit of food can show you're satisfied.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about negotiating my salary for my new job.
Lesson 10, Salary Negotiation.
Yes, I plan to emphasize my skills and experience during the discussion.
That sounds like a smart move. Do you have a strategy in mind?
Exactly. I've researched the average salary for my position and industry, which helps.
That's a great approach. Highlighting your strengths can give you more leverage.
I also want to share specific examples of my past achievements to demonstrate my value.
That's essential. Knowing your worth can make a big difference in negotiations.
I think so too. I'm also preparing to discuss how I can contribute to the company's success.
That's a fantastic idea. Concrete examples can persuade employers of your capabilities.
I've role-played with a friend to build my confidence for the conversation.
Showing how you can add value is crucial. Have you practiced your negotiation skills?
Right, I want to be ready for any counteroffers they might present.
That's a smart tactic. Practicing can help you anticipate questions and objections.
I agree. I'm also considering non-salary benefits, like additional vacation days or flexible hours.
It's good to have a clear idea of what you want and what you're willing to accept.
Exactly. I want a well-rounded compensation package that reflects my needs.
Those are important too. Sometimes perks can be just as valuable as a higher salary.
I've read about the silence technique, where you pause after stating your salary expectations.
That's a practical approach. Are there any negotiation techniques you plan to use?
Yes, it's important not to rush the conversation. I want to sound confident and composed.
That can be effective. Silence often encourages the other party to fill the gap with an offer.
Absolutely. I plan to express my enthusiasm for the role while discussing my expectations.
That's key. Maintaining a positive attitude can also influence the negotiation process.
Hey Anna, I came across the term corruption while reading about government issues.
Lesson 11. Understanding corruption.
I learned that when an official of a government or business is acting dishonestly, we say that this person is corrupt.
That's an important topic. Corruption can have serious effects on society. What did you learn?
Right? It's alarming how corruption can undermine trust in institutions. Have you seen examples of this?
Exactly. Corruption often involves misusing power for personal gain. It can include bribery or fraud.
That's true. It diverts resources from essential services like education and healthcare.
Yes, in some countries, government officials have been caught embezzling public funds. It's disheartening.
I also read that corruption can be difficult to eliminate because it often becomes systemic.
Absolutely. Corruption can hinder economic development and worsen inequality.
Exactly. People may feel it's normal to engage in corrupt practices if everyone around them does.
That's a good point. When corruption is widespread, it can create a culture of dishonesty.
Transparency is key. Governments should make their operations open to public scrutiny.
It's a vicious cycle. What do you think can be done to combat corruption?
Education is also crucial. Teaching people about their rights can empower them to resist corruption.
I agree. Transparency helps hold officials accountable and reduces opportunities for corruption.
I read that independent media plays a vital role in exposing corrupt activities.
Definitely. Informed citizens are more likely to demand accountability from their leaders.
It's impressive how the media can influence change by highlighting corruption.
That's true. Investigative journalism can uncover scandals and inform the public.
Speaking of reforms, some countries have implemented anti-corruption laws. Have you heard about those?
Yes, when people are aware of corruption, they can push for reforms and better governance.
It's encouraging to see governments take action against corruption. However, enforcement is crucial.
Yes, legislation aimed at preventing corruption can help create a more ethical environment.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how to make connections for upcoming events.
Lesson 12. Networking and Communication.
I believe sending a personalized email to potential contacts is essential. It shows interest and effort.
That's a great idea. Networking can really open doors. What strategies are you considering?
Exactly. I plan to mention specific details about their work to show I've done my homework.
Absolutely. A personalized email can make a strong impression compared to a generic message.
I also think it's important to follow up after the event. A quick thank you email can go a long way.
That's smart. Tailoring your message can foster better relationships and demonstrate genuine interest.
I'm considering attending workshops or seminars related to my field. They're great for meeting new people.
Yes, Following up keeps the conversation going and reinforces your connection. What else do you plan to do?
Exactly. Plus, engaging in discussions during these events can help break the ice.
Workshops are fantastic. They not only provide knowledge but also create networking opportunities.
I also want to prepare a brief introduction about myself to share when meeting new people.
For sure, asking questions shows you're interested and can lead to deeper conversations.
I'll include my background, skills, and what I hope to gain from the event.
That's a great approach. A concise introduction can help others remember you better.
I'm also thinking about connecting on social media after the event to maintain those relationships.
That's perfect. It gives people context about who you are and what you're looking for.
Yes, sharing relevant articles or updates on LinkedIn can keep you on their radar.
That's a smart move. Platforms like LinkedIn are excellent for professional networking.
I really believe that building a strong network can lead to new opportunities and collaborations.
Exactly. Engaging with their content can also strengthen your connection.
I'm excited to put these strategies into action at the next event I attend.
Absolutely. Networking is all about creating mutually beneficial relationships.
Hey Anna, I've been daydreaming about a vacation lately. It sounds amazing.
Lesson 13. Dream Vacation Plans.
I'm imagining a tropical island where we could relax on the beach and enjoy the crystal clear waters.
That does sound exciting. Where are you thinking of going?
Exactly. I can already picture the beautiful sunsets and soft sand beneath my feet.
That sounds perfect. The idea of lounging in the sun with a cool drink is so appealing.
I've been thinking about the Maldives. The overwater bungalows look incredible.
Those sunsets can be breathtaking. Are there any specific islands you have in mind?
Yes, swimming among colorful coral reefs and exotic fish would be such an adventure.
The Maldives are stunning. I've heard the snorkeling there is fantastic too.
I love a mix of both. A few days of relaxation followed by some adventurous activities sounds ideal.
It really would. Do you prefer relaxing on the beach, or do you enjoy more activities?
Absolutely, and maybe some evening walks along the shore to enjoy the night sky.
That's a great balance. You could go kayaking or take a boat tour to explore nearby islands.
Yes, plus, trying local cuisine would be a highlight of the trip. Fresh seafood right by the beach.
Those walks would be magical. The sound of the waves and the stars above create such a peaceful atmosphere.
Exactly, food is such an important part of traveling. It's fun to experience different flavors.
Yum! I can already imagine enjoying grilled fish with tropical fruits. What a treat!
I think a week would be perfect, enough time to unwind and explore without feeling rushed.
Have you thought about how long you would want to stay?
Great idea! Learning about the local culture can enrich the travel experience.
That sounds ideal. You could also take a day trip to nearby attractions or cultural sites.
I'd love to visit local markets and try street food too. It's always an adventure.
Absolutely. It's fascinating to see how different cultures celebrate their traditions.
Hey Anna, I've been exploring our town more lately, and I found something exciting.
Lesson 14. Discovering local gems.
There's a cozy cafe in the town center that serves amazing pastries.
Oh, really? What did you discover?
They have everything from flaky croissants to rich chocolate eclairs. It's a pastry lover's dream.
That sounds delightful. I love a good cafe with a warm atmosphere. What kind of pastries do they have?
Yes, they offer unique coffee blends and even a seasonal pumpkin spice latte that's really popular.
Yum! I can already imagine enjoying a fresh croissant with a cup of coffee. Do they have any specialty drinks?
It can get quite busy, especially on weekends. Lots of people love to relax there with friends.
That sounds perfect for autumn. I enjoy trying different flavors of coffee. Is it a busy place?
Yes, they do. There's a lovely patio where you can sit and enjoy the fresh air.
That's a good sign. It must have a nice vibe. Do they have seating outside?
Exactly. Plus, the cafe is decorated with local art, which adds to the cozy atmosphere.
I love outdoor seating. It's great for people watching while sipping coffee.
I had a raspberry tart the other day, and it was delicious. The berries were so fresh.
That's wonderful. Supporting local artists is such a nice touch. Have you tried any of their pastries?
I agree. I'm thinking of bringing some friends there this weekend to share the experience.
That sounds amazing. I love desserts that balance sweetness with a bit of tartness.
Exactly. Plus, I want them to try the cafe's famous cinnamon rolls. They're huge.
That's a great idea. It's always fun to enjoy good food with good company.
Perfect. The more, the merrier. We can make a fun outing of it.
Huge cinnamon rolls? Count me in. I'd love to join you all and try them.
Definitely, it's nice to discover local spots instead of always going to chain restaurants.
I'm looking forward to it. Exploring new places in town can lead to great memories.
Hey Anna, I visited the botanical garden yesterday, and it was incredible.
Lesson 15. Finding peace in nature.
It was like stepping into a peaceful, soothing scene. The flowers were in full bloom, and the colors were vibrant.
That sounds amazing. I've always wanted to go there. What was it like?
Yes, I took quite a few. The roses were particularly stunning, and there were so many varieties.
I can imagine. Nature has a way of calming the mind. Did you take any pictures?
Definitely, they had a section with tropical plants, and the leaves were enormous. It felt like a jungle.
Roses are beautiful. I love their fragrance too. Were there any other interesting plants?
Yes, there were butterflies fluttering around, and even some birds singing in the trees.
That sounds fascinating. I love the diversity of plants in botanical gardens. Did you see any wildlife?
I felt relaxed and rejuvenated. It was a nice escape from the hustle and bustle of daily life.
That sounds enchanting. Being surrounded by nature can be so refreshing. How did you feel there?
Exactly. I sat on a bench for a while, just listening to the sounds of nature. It was so calming.
I completely understand. Sometimes we just need to step away and enjoy the beauty around us.
Yes, there was a beautiful pond with fish swimming gracefully. The reflection of the trees on the water was stunning.
That sounds like a perfect way to unwind. Did you notice any unique features in the garden?
They really do. I also saw a small waterfall, and the sound of the flowing water was soothing.
That must have been a lovely sight. Water features always add a serene touch to gardens.
For sure, I think I could spend hours just enjoying the sights and sounds there.
Waterfalls can be so relaxing to listen to. It creates a peaceful atmosphere.
You definitely should. It's a wonderful way to recharge and find some tranquility.
I'd love to join you next time. It sounds like a great place to connect with nature.
That's a fantastic idea. A picnic surrounded by flowers would be a delightful experience.
I agree. Maybe we can plan a picnic there. Enjoy the scenery while having some snacks.
Hey Anna, I have a question about the hotel's gym facilities. Can you help me?
Lesson 16: Hotel Amenities and Services.
I'm curious about the types of equipment they have. Do you know if it's well equipped?
Of course. What do you want to know?
That sounds promising. I always look for a gym that has both cardio and strength training options.
I believe they have a good range of equipment, including treadmills, weights, and even some yoga mats.
Yes, I like to keep my fitness routine, even when I travel. It helps me feel energized.
Definitely. It's great to have variety. Are you planning to use the gym during your stay?
I haven't looked into that yet. Do you think it would be worth it to join a class?
That's a smart approach. Have you checked if they offer any fitness classes as well?
That's a good point. I might enjoy a group workout. It could make exercising more enjoyable.
Absolutely. Classes can be a fun way to stay motivated and meet new people.
Right, I can always use guidance to improve my form. Are there any specific classes you recommend?
Plus, instructors often provide valuable tips and ensure you're doing the exercises correctly.
Yoga sounds relaxing. While spinning would definitely get my heart pumping. I might try both.
I've heard that yoga and spinning classes are very popular. They both offer great workouts.
Oh, I love saunas. They're perfect for relaxing after a workout. Do you think this hotel has one?
That's a great plan. Also, check if the gym has a sauna or steam room. Those are nice for recovery.
I'm glad to hear that. I'll definitely be looking for those amenities when I check in.
I think it does. A sauna can really enhance your fitness experience. It's great for muscle relaxation.
Yes, I noticed there's a large park nearby. I might go for a run there instead of using the treadmill.
Another thing to consider is the hotel's location. Is it close to parks or running trails?
Exactly. I enjoy being outdoors. It makes exercising feel less like a chore.
That sounds lovely. Running outside can be refreshing and gives you a change of scenery.
Hey Anna, guess what? My grandfather from Ireland is coming to visit us soon.
Lesson 17: Family Visits and Stories.
It's been a couple of years. He came over by boat last time. which is quite an adventure.
That's exciting. I love family visits. How long has it been since you last saw him?
Yes, he talked about how beautiful the ocean was and how he even saw dolphins along the way.
A boat trip sounds amazing. Did he tell you any stories about his journey?
Absolutely, he said it made the long journey feel shorter. He enjoys the ocean's beauty.
Dolphins. That must have been a magical sight. I'd love to see them in the wild.
He mentioned meeting interesting people on the boat, like travelers from different countries.
I can understand why. There's something peaceful about being on the water. What else did he share?
Definitely, he loves listening to their stories and sharing his own experiences.
That sounds fascinating. Meeting new people can make trips so much more enriching.
Oh, he has plenty. One of my favorites is about his childhood in Ireland and the games he used to play.
Your grandfather sounds like a great storyteller. Does he have any favorite tales?
Yes, it really connects us to our roots. I can't wait to hear more stories when he visits.
That sounds delightful. It's wonderful to hear about family history and traditions.
I thought we could take him to some local sites, maybe visit the old castle nearby.
Have you planned any activities for his visit?
Yes, and I also want to introduce him to some of our favorite foods, like barbecue and pizza.
That's a great idea. Castles have such rich history. I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
He loves traditional Irish dishes, like shepherd's pie. I might try making it for him.
Perfect. Food can be a wonderful way to bond. What's his favorite dish?
Exactly. I'm excited just thinking about it. It'll be great to spend quality time with him.
That sounds delicious. Cooking together can also be a fun activity during his visit.
Hey Anna, have you heard about the University of Windsor? I've been reading up on it.
Lesson 18. Exploring University Life.
I love how they have students from all over, from west to east and south to north. It creates such a rich cultural environment.
Yes, I have. It's known for its diverse programs and beautiful campus. What caught your attention?
I'm thinking about it. They offer some unique programs that align with my interests, especially in international relations.
Absolutely. Diversity in a university setting can enhance learning experiences. Have you considered applying there?
I'm particularly interested in diplomacy and global issues. I believe understanding different cultures is crucial.
That sounds like a fantastic choice. Studying international relations can open many doors. What specific areas interest you?
Exactly. I'd love to hear their stories and experiences. It would broaden my understanding of the world.
That's a valuable perspective. Plus, learning from classmates with various backgrounds can provide real-world insights.
Yes, they have a few. Like the International Students Association, it's a great way to connect with others.
Do you know if they have any student organizations related to international studies?
Definitely. I also read that the university hosts cultural events and festivals throughout the year.
That sounds perfect. Joining such organizations can help you make friends and network.
For sure, I think participating in those events would enrich my university experience.
Those events must be so much fun. It's a great opportunity to celebrate different cultures and traditions.
Yes, the library has a vast collection of resources, and the study areas are designed for group work.
Have you looked into the campus facilities? I heard they have a great library and study spaces.
I agree. And I also saw that they have a fitness center and sports teams. Staying active is essential for me.
That's important. Collaborative spaces can make studying more engaging and productive.
Absolutely. I'm excited about the possibility of joining a sports team and making new friends.
That's a great feature. Balancing academics and physical activity is key to a healthy lifestyle.
Not yet, but I plan to take a campus tour soon. I want to get a feel for the environment.
It sounds like you're really considering this opportunity seriously. Have you visited the campus yet?
Hey Anna, I read an interesting article about how newspapers have evolved over time, especially in America.
Lesson 19: The Evolution of Newspapers.
It mentioned that, meanwhile, a more popular approach to newspapers developed, focusing on sensationalism and entertainment.
Oh, really? What did it say about the changes in newspapers?
Exactly. The shift toward more entertaining content often overshadows serious journalism.
Sensationalism? That sounds intriguing. I guess it attracts more readers, but it can also change the news quality.
Right? The article discussed how many people now prefer headlines that grab attention rather than in-depth reporting.
That's a double-edged sword. While it draws in audiences, it can misinform or distract people from important issues.
It's all about getting views and shares on social media, which can really shape public perception.
I've noticed that too. Many articles seem to prioritize clicks over providing comprehensive information.
Some are adapting by offering digital versions, but they need to find a balance between entertainment and quality reporting.
True. Social media has changed how news is consumed. Do you think traditional newspapers can survive this shift?
Yes, there's a demand for reliable sources, especially during critical events. Trust in media is essential.
That's a good point. Many readers still value investigative journalism and thoughtful analysis.
Yes, some have launched podcasts and video content to reach a broader audience while maintaining their standards.
Have you seen any newspapers that are successfully adapting to these changes?
Exactly. It's all about staying relevant in a fast-paced digital world. What about local newspapers?
That's a clever strategy. It allows them to engage with readers in different formats.
Absolutely. They keep people informed about local events and issues that matter most to them.
Local newspapers still play a crucial role in communities, providing news that national outlets often overlook.
Yes, when communities invest in their local papers, they ensure that important stories are told.
I think it's important to support local journalism. They often rely on community subscriptions and donations.
I do. I prefer reading a mix of local and national news to stay informed about different perspectives.
It's a way to foster connection and accountability within the community. Do you subscribe to any newspapers?
Hey Anna, I was reading about how important clear communication is in various fields.
Lesson 20: The Importance of Clear Communication.
They discussed how understanding the rationale behind changes in communication methods is essential for success.
That sounds interesting. What aspects of communication were they focusing on?
Exactly. For instance, in business, clear communication can improve teamwork and boost productivity.
Absolutely. When people grasp why changes are happening, they're more likely to adapt and embrace them.
Right? It's fascinating how much time and resources can be wasted if the message isn't conveyed clearly.
I completely agree. Miscommunication can lead to mistakes and misunderstandings, which can be costly.
Yes, in healthcare, for instance, clear communication between doctors and patients can improve treatment outcomes.
Have you seen any examples where clear communication made a significant difference?
Exactly, it empowers them to take charge of their health. What about in education?
That's a great example. Patients who understand their conditions are more likely to follow medical advice.
True. When teachers communicate effectively, students feel more comfortable asking questions.
In education, clear communication helps students grasp concepts better and encourages active participation.
Definitely, I also think that in personal relationships, clear communication can prevent conflicts.
And that fosters a positive learning environment. It's crucial for students to feel supported.
It really is. I believe that practicing effective communication skills can benefit all areas of life.
Yes, misunderstandings can often lead to unnecessary arguments. Open dialogue is key.
One tip is to always listen actively. It shows that you value the other person's perspective.
Absolutely. Do you have any tips for improving communication skills?
Another tip is to be concise. Getting to the point helps avoid confusion and keeps the conversation focused.
That's an excellent point. Active listening can foster trust and make conversations more meaningful.
Also, using positive body language can enhance communication. Nonverbal cues play a huge role.
I agree. Being concise can save time and ensure that the main ideas are communicated effectively.
Hey Anna, I've been thinking about how we spend so much time on computers these days, but we rarely write letters anymore.
Lesson 21. The Art of Letter Writing.
Exactly. Writing a letter gives you time to reflect on your thoughts and express them thoughtfully.
That's true. Writing letters seems old-fashioned, but it can be a meaningful way to communicate.
Yes, it feels more personal than a quick email or text message. Have you ever written a letter to someone?
I love that idea. There's something special about putting pen to paper and taking the time to connect with someone.
That's wonderful. It must have made her feel cherished. What did you write about?
I wrote a letter to my grandmother last year. She loved receiving it and even kept it on her desk.
That sounds lovely. It's nice to share experiences in a more intimate way. Did you include any drones or decorations?
I shared stories about my life, my studies, and my friends. It was nice to give her a glimpse into my world.
That's a great touch. Personalizing letters can make them even more special. I should try that next time.
Yes, I added some doodles and used colorful stationery. It made the letter more fun and engaging.
I have. I think it would be a great way to reconnect with people I haven't talked to in a while.
Definitely. It adds a unique flair. Have you thought about writing letters to friends or family?
Yes, and writing a letter also helps organize your thoughts better than typing quickly on a computer.
Absolutely. It can spark conversations and rekindle old friendships. Plus, it shows you care.
Exactly. It's almost like a little time capsule of your thoughts and emotions at that moment.
That's a good point. You can think carefully about your words and really convey your feelings.
Definitely, it could be a refreshing break from digital communication and encourage deeper connections.
I love that idea. Do you think more people should try writing letters these days?
Yes, imagine opening your mailbox and finding a letter instead of just bills or advertisements.
I agree. Plus, receiving a handwritten letter can brighten someone's day. It feels like a surprise gift.
I think I'll start by writing a letter to my friend abroad. It will be a fun challenge.
That would be such a nice surprise. It's a great way to show appreciation for someone.